welcome to another episode of today's GK. I am Pooja Divedi, and in this segment we bring to you objective questions on a daily basis to help you crack prelims. So let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. Which of the following countries surround the Caspian Sea? We have to select from Uzbekistan, Turkey, Russia and Azerbaijan. So Russia and Azerbaijan surround the Caspian Sea. The correct answer would be option C. The researchers of Moscow Marine Mammals Research Center, they have informed that at least 170 endangered seals have washed up dead over several days on the shores of the Caspian Sea in the Republic of Dagestan, Russia. And the Caspian Sea is surrounded by Russia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan. Moving on. Oxygen Solidarity Bridge, recently seen in the news in a COVID-19 support mission provided to India by which of the following countries? This actually Operation Solidarity Bridge. Here, COVID-19 support mission is provided to India by the country of France. So recently INS Trikant arrived in Mumbai with 40 MT of liquid oxygen. This consignment is a part of the French mission Oxygen Solidarity Bridge. Remember that, to support India's fight against COVID-19. Moving on. Temple Mount, recently seen in the news, is located in which of the following cities? It is located in Jerusalem. So recently there have been confrontations between Palestinians and Israeli forces in Jerusalem. Hundreds of Palestinians and about 24 police officers have been hurt over the past few days in clashes at the sacred compound in the city. And this sacred site is also known to the Jews as the Temple Mount and to Muslims as the Noble Sanctuary. This compound is considered Islam's third holiest site and considered Judaism's most sacred. Moving on. Which of the following is the objective of the OSIRIS-REX space mission launched by the NASA? So it is actually related to an asteroid. To obtain a sample of an asteroid and return it to the Earth for more research. NASA's Origin Spectral Interpretation Resource Identification Security Regolith Explorer, that is OSIRIS-REX spacecraft, departed from asteroid Bennu. This is the name of the asteroid, and started its 2-year-long journey back to the Earth. And OSIRIS-REX is NASA's first mission to visit a near-Earth asteroid, survey its surface, and collect a sample from it. Last year in 2020, the spacecraft briefly touched the asteroid Bennu, from where it collected samples of dust and pebbles. And Bennu is considered to be an ancient asteroid that has not gone through a lot of composition-altering change for billions of years. And this means that below its surface lies the chemicals and rocks from the birth of the solar system. So if the scientists are able to interpret and analyze and of course have all the sort of interpretations of this asteroid, we would be much closer to know the birth of the solar system and the universe. Moving on, consider the following statements regarding Asian Clearing Union. It is an initiative of the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific, and all SAARC countries are its members. We have to select the correct statement. Yes, it is an initiative of the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific, but all SAARC countries are not its members because Afghanistan is a member of SAARC but not a member of ACU. So the correct answer would be option A, one only. And the Asian Clearing Union was established with its headquarters in Tehran, that is in Iran, in 1974 at the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific Initiative. And the main objective of this clearing union is to facilitate payments among member countries, thereby economizing on the use of foreign exchange reserves and transfer costs. The central banks and the monetary authorities of Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Maldives, Iran and Myanmar are currently the members of ACU. Moving on. Money multiplier in an economy is impacted by which of the following factors? Money multiplier is actually affected by cash reserve ratio. Money multiplier means creating money in the economy based on the fractional reserve banking system, whatever is reserved in the banking system. The money multiplier effect is seen in commercial banks as they accept deposit and after keeping a certain amount as a reserve, distribute the money as loans for injecting liquidity in the economy. The amount of money that should be kept by commercial banks in the reserve for withdrawal purposes by the customers is referred as cash reserve ratio. And moving on, consider the following statements regarding inter-creditor agreement. It is signed between central banks of member countries and international banks, and it is eligible for loans of dollars amount equivalent to Indian rupees 50 crores or more. So we have to select the correct statements. Actually, if we talk about inter-creditor agreement, it is signed between public sector, private sector and many financial institutions of India. So the first statement is incorrect. And it is eligible for loans of dollars amount equivalent to rupees 10 lakh crore. So this statement is Incorrect. Moving on. The correct answer would be neither 1 nor 2. Option D. Intercreditor agreement is entered into by 22 public sector banks. That also includes India Post Payment Banks and 19 private sector and 32 foreign banks. Other signatories in the agreement also includes 12 leading financial institutions such as LIC, Power Finance Corporation and Rural Electrification Corporation. The objective is to tackle the menace of NPAs, non-performing assets or bad loans, speedily, which have breached the rupees 10 lakh crore mark or more than recent basis. So ICA is the direct result of the government's Sashakt Resolution Plan or report on bad banks drafted by Sunil Mehta Committee. Please remember this, alright? Moving on, consider the following statements regarding post-devolution deficit grant. The Centre provides the post-devolution revenue deficit grant to the states under Article 275 of the Constitution, and the 15th Finance Commission has recommended the post-devolution revenue deficit grants amounting to about rupees 3 trillions. We have to select the correct statement. Both of them are actually correct. The correct answer would be option C. Recently, the Ministry of Finance released the second monthly installment of post-devolution revenue deficit grant of rupees 9,871 crores for the year 2021-22 to 17 states, and the Centre provides the post-devolution revenue deficit grant to the states under Article 275 of the Constitution, and the grants are released as per the recommendations of the Finance Commission in monthly installments to meet the gap in revenue accounts for the states post-devolution, and 15th Finance Commission has recommended post-devolution revenue deficit grants amounting to about rupees 3 trillion over the 5 years period ending fiscal year 26. Moving on, consider the following statements regarding Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. It is recognized as an important bird area by BirdLife International, and the National Highway 51 passes through the park. It was declared as a tiger reserve in 1974. We have to select the correct statement. Only the first statement is correct, but the second is incorrect because National Highway 37 passes through it, and it was declared as not a tiger reserve but a national park in the year 1974. So only one being correct. The correct answer would be option A. Recently, there have been cases of clearance of forest land, digging and construction activities on at least 3 animal corridors within the eco-sensitive zones of Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. This is located in the state of Assam and covers 42,996 hectares. Also, we have discussed the previous statement, so we will skip that. And yes, it was declared as a national park in 1974 and Tiger Reserve in the year 2007, recognized as an important bird area by BirdLife International. Moving on, which of the following states has been building forest ponds to harvest rainwater? It is actually Himachal Pradesh. So, forest ponds are being constructed in Himachal Pradesh to take the depletion of groundwater and to harvest rainwater. And the work was started in 10 forest divisions of Bilaspur, Hamirpur, Jogindarnagar, Nashan, Parvati, Nurpur and Rajgarh, also Nalagarh, Theog and Dalhousie. Moving on, which of the following are Har Ghar Jal states or union territories? So, Har Ghar Jal states or union territories are those which have piped water, tap water in the rural as well as urban areas. So, only Goa and Puducherry stand in the Har Ghar Jal zone amongst the given options. The correct answer would be option C. Puducherry has become Har Ghar Jal UT, that is union territory, by ensuring that every rural home in the union territory gets a household tap connection. With this, it becomes the 4th state or union territory after, remember these, Goa, Telangana and Andaman and Nicobar, to provide assured tap water supply to every rural home under Union Government's flagship program, Jal Jeevan Mission. Moving on to the practice question for our next segment, consider the following statements regarding mucormycosis. So, it is a serious but rare bacterial infection caused by mucormycetes, and mucormycosis is a communicable disease. We have to select the correct statement. Answer it correctly in the comment segment. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated, stay very safe, and thank you so much for watching.